Isolation does something to people. Cut someone off long enough, no escape, no contact with the outside world, and it starts to change them.
Shut up!
That's the root of the horror behind movies like The Shining. It's not just those iconic ghosts, but the fact that they were stranded there, with no way out.
Great party, isn't it?
Event Horizon takes that same idea and cranks it up to 11. What's up, freaks? Welcome to The Laughing Dead, your prime destination for the cold malevolence of the cosmos. I'm your host, Ethan, and tonight, we're revisiting a celebrated sci-fi horror treat that regularly finds itself listed with such greats as Ridley Scott's Alien, The Fly, and of course John Carpenter's The Thing. Event Horizon was released in 1997 to a bit of a cold reception. Box office numbers were deep in the red, and critics lined up like a firing squad. Washington Post, Salon, LA Weekly all took their shots. Well, if you can believe it, the media was way off base.
No shit, Sherlock.
Because over the years, this movie has slowly won over a massive fandom and cemented itself among the all-time top sci-fi horror greats. Directed by a guy named Paul Anderson, who at the time had only directed one other film, 1995's The slow burn success of Event Horizon set Anderson up for a long and successful career in Hollywood. Most notable are his offerings to the Resident Evil franchise, where he killed 1,000 Alices and then married one. How sweet. So whether you're a scarred witness to the horrors of the fourth dimension, or just lurking for clips, strap on your moon boots, because we're jumping right in. The film opens with a driving 90s techno beat, and a little future historical context. 2015, mankind colonized the moon. No comment. 2032, commercial mining begins on Mars. 2040, unknown disaster strikes the Event Horizon. The vessel and her crew disappear. Fast forward to 2047, and alas, the Event Horizon has reappeared in all her grandeur, an abandoned Leviathan suspended in space and time. The interior is cold and foreboding. Empty spare some dated digital effects, until we're shown a vision of terror. The cruciform nightmare was just that, but a bad dream. He snaps awake and we're introduced to Dr. William Weir, a man who really misses the misses. We're shown a bit of his morning ritual before the long pan-out reveals he's on an epic space station. And I just love that shot, man. It's one of my favorites in the entire film. Right on time, he's called aboard the Lewis and Clark, where we're introduced to the crew. Captain Miller, played by Lawrence Fishburne, brings that steady, grounded presence you want in charge. We've got Justin, the engineer, Smith, the pilot, DJ, the doctor, Peters is his med tech, Stark handles communications, and then there's Cooper.
What about you, Stark? Would you like something hot and black inside you?
He's a bit of a wise guy. I guess HR must have been phased out around the time colonization became cool again. Anyways, the crew fills out quickly. They're competent, believable, but most importantly, highly expendable. And they're all just a gravity couch away from their goal.
Several months later.
It doesn't take long before they reach the Event Horizon, and the ship immediately sets the tone. It's massive, industrial, gothic,
an oppressive cathedral of pain.
Drifting in Neptunian orbit. At its core is the gravity drive, a spinning mechanism that feels both high technology and arcane, a perfect balance of science and the occult. Once they board, the pressure builds steadily, unusual readings, a missing crew. And then they find the distress signal. This is the turning point. It removes any question about the film's intent. You're not on a normal space adventure, folks.
Ah, it's a phone. I'll get it.
The sound of pure agony, layered, distorted, inhuman. Just a teaser of what's to come. On board the Event Horizon, the horror isn't random. It's tailored to each crew member. Weir is plagued with horrific visions of his wife. Peter sees her handicapped son, his legs infested with maggots. Miller is forced to confront his dark past. Whatever's on this ship, it knows their souls. The gravity drive sends a shockwave of energy that cripples the Lewis and Clark. Cooper and Smith are set on repairs, and as the crew find themselves forced into the Event Horizon, the environment itself continues to turn against them. We finally see what happened to the original crew. Total self-destruction, total chaos. A ritualistic miasma of violence. It's quick, fragmented, but it's enough. Miller makes the call.
We're leaving.
And at the center of it all, the ship's creator, Weir. While the crew is hustling to get out, he's going the other direction. Everything we saw earlier, his obsession, his instability, the ship grabbed a hold of it and gave it direction. Weir gives himself over completely, becoming less a man and more a tool of the underworld. The visions intensify, and one by one the crew is thinned out by disaster and delusion. When Weir bombs the Lewis and Clark, all hope seems lost. Weir's on a rampage. He eviscerates DJ and activates the gravity drive. Miller realizes there's only one option left, and it's a real Hail Mary. See, the Event Horizon was designed with a little failsafe. In the event that the gravity drive becomes unstable, the central corridor is rigged with explosive. The detonation of these charges would separate the ship, allowing the refugees to use the front half as a lifeboat. It's a desperate plan, but it's the only one they've got. And while the rest of the crew scrambles to collect the CO2 filters and activate a distress beacon, Miller sets the charges. Then the terror of Miller's dark past drives him into the gravity drive chamber as he's forced to confront both his guilt and the physical embodiment of pure evil, Dr. Weir. He's become an arbiter of the gateway, the avatar of the evil infesting the ship. Their final battle is legendary, laced with hellish visions of torment that would make Pinhead hard as a rock.
Allow me to show it to you.
But the plan is a success. Miller sacrifices himself, and the ship is torn in two as the gravity drive activates. Our hero is condemned, but a handful of the crew, Stark, Cooper, and what's left of Justin, make a narrow escape. Final thoughts! So where does that leave Event Horizon? It's not flawless. There are some rough edges, dated CGI, uneven sound design, and a few moments early on that lean a little too hard on cheap jump scares.
I'm waiting.
But none of that defines the movie. What defines it is the idea. A haunted house story placed in the worst possible location. Somewhere you can't leave. Somewhere help can't reach you. Trapped inside something that wants to keep you and knows exactly how to break you down. And that's what sticks. That's why this movie has lasted. See, critics say the plot's too thin. They wanted more exposition on the hell dimension. But I don't think it needs more explanation. The gravity drive opened a door, and what's on the other side isn't meant for us. You get glimpses, and that's more than enough, because what you imagine is far worse than anything they could ever show.
If this doesn't go skew into some kind of Lovecraftian thing, then I don't know. What are we even doing here?
And so, yeah, maybe it doesn't quite stack up to the level of The Thing, Alien, or The Fly, but those are in a league of their own. And for me, this is right there, just below those titans. Sci-fi horror gem that will endure in the genre for decades to come. If you had a good time tonight, hit that like button and subscribe for more classic horror showcases. Keep those scary movies rolling, and remember, if you laugh when others scream, you found your home. This has been The Laughing Dead. Thanks for watching.